Moderation helps everyone feel. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Come one, come all.
Hey, best friends.
Come big, come small. Listen, we are so hood. Most people come in the room and say hi. They say, how are you doing? What's going on? Girl, immediately when you click the button, you see bonnets, you see house shoes, you see scarves, you see hairnets, you see all of the things, girl. This is a strange place to be at night, ain't it? Baby, this is a strange.
This is called bedtime.
This is a strange place to be.
That's right.
For those of you guys who are trying to figure out what's going on or who we are, I am Candy Sincerity Johnson.
And I am Sean Johnson.
And this is...
Kennedy Sincerity Johnson.
Girl, she done took my whole name. She done assumed my identity, girl. She's assumed my whole identity. But nonetheless, we are...
The Johnson family.
Girl, yes, we are. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And this little mama is on her way to bed. She's on her way to
She
bed.
at school in the morning.
Give me his.
And stop and praying. You got a long weekend.
Give me his. Hurry up now.
And I think you got
All
a
right.
half day Friday. Good night.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I think they got a half day Friday and then they out of school Monday.
Already?
Yeah, already.
See?
Saturday. Why you complaining about going to bed and all the things?
You and your brother go ahead and put yourselves to bed. Love you. All right. All right, best friends. Listen, we are, what did we promise you guys? I told you guys when I was live earlier in the truck, and I said, listen, I said, we have a busy day.
Yes.
There's several things that's going to be going on today. I said, I was in the process of getting Kennedy to her lesson with Coach Matt. Then Kennedy and I had to grab something to eat and then dart over to the field for Caleb's game to meet you and Caleb.
Yeah.
I told the best friends, I said, but listen, fret not my pet. I said, we deliver what we promised.
We do.
We deliver what we promised. We're like State Farm. We keep the promise,
We keep
girl.
the promise, honey.
Girl, we keep the promise. So with all that being said, I said, we're gonna meet y'all at the table at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're gonna have conversation, and then we're gonna do some book signing and get some bundles out. I said, there's been some long-awaited bundles. Oh, you got that to sign?
I do.
You didn't tell me.
You can sign yours. I can sign mine.
You didn't
Because
tell
there's
me.
yes, because there's some bundles that are pending my book as well.
Yes. Yes. So anyway, you guys come on in. We're gonna be signing our life away. We're gonna be.
Let me
I
bring
think.
up these comments.
I think Sean's gonna be bringing up some comments. It's so good to see each and every one of you guys. So good to see you guys.
Hello, everybody.
Look at the little one dancing back and forth upstairs, girl. What are you doing?
Let me also get my little information to pen, girl. I'm behind schedule. Kennedy got me behind schedule, tying up hair and things.
Okay.
Let's see.
Love you guys.
See you in
All
the morning.
right, see
before I
you
get
in the
ready to
morning.
leave.
Oh yeah, you in Chicago tomorrow.
So I'm gonna have to instruct you on what to do first thing in the morning at 8:30. You gotta be ready.
What happened at 8:30?
The situation open.
Girl. Oh Lord, Jesus, help! What's going on? You tearing up my video? Get out of
That
here!
was from my meeting earlier. Okay. there
You
we
should
go.
tell them about that.
No, not yet. Can't.
I can't.
Can't. Not yet.
I can't. Not yet.
Can't. Not yet. But in due time.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, ATV. She said all 3 books are well written.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you
Also,
very
so let's
much.
say some hellos first of all. So hello, Miss Mika, Miss Muriel, Miss Marion. Marion said if I order a bundle tomorrow, will you both sign mine before you ship it? We sign everybody's. Everybody's to sign before they leave here. Hey,
Sometimes we're live and sometimes we're not.
yeah. No, they're always signed. We always sign it. As long as you order them directly from us, they are signed. Okay.
Now, if you go on them other people's website just because they carry our books, girl, it don't come from here.
Yeah, you don't.
You
get
want
that, okay?
you want the one where we touched it.
Yeah,
You know.
and you don't get no bookmark or nothing over there either. So I'm just telling you. All right, so let me see. Let me also get this done. All right, and then I'm gonna start calling some names and things.
Okay, I like name calling.
What? Huh?
I like name calling.
What else you got for the best friends while I get all this stuff situated?
Nothing.
That's it. Nothing.
Girl, nothing, girl. I don't.
Hmm.
What else am I supposed to say?
Mm-hmm.
What else am I supposed to say? Best friends, I told them, I said, do your homework.
What's that?
Do your homework. Come with conversation and questions, girl.
Oh, I got you.
Cause see here's what I've noticed. The best videos that we've done lately have just been organic, and it's just been us just pushing a button and just letting conversation go where conversation is gonna
That's a
go.
fact.
So, best friends was wanting to know certain things. So I want to know, where is conversation gonna go, girl?
All right, so here we gonna go. So we're gonna start out with Miss Lanice B. We getting your bundle together, honey. You've been waiting for a mighty long time, and we finna get you all the way together. Okay?
Yes.
All right, we finna get you all the way together, Miss Lanice B.
Before she started thinking, wasn't no book ever wrote.
Okay,
girl.
she's gonna be like, y'all lied, and there was nothing to be purchased. Even though she got the digital copy, but still, you still gotta make sure you give what you said.
Hey, best friends on all devices, on all platforms. It's good to see each and every one of you guys. What you looking for?
I just dropped my signature marker that I can get in order to
Oh, girl. Sean be signing y'all books with a marker, girl.
I do.
Girl.
The signature lasts longer to me. All right, let me see. Is the best friends got questions or things? Let me see.
Everybody quiet, I think.
They tired. She was said, I love you guys. Taylor said, I received my book. I want to get my hair done before I post my picture holding it.
Aww.
It's so cute.
I love it. When I say I love it.
I love it.
And y'all keep the pictures and stuff coming. We like that. You end up in our stories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
On the page, in the stories, we like that sort of thing.
Oh, Sandra said, I apologize to you, Candy. I was mad at you since the last book.
You was mad at me?
Which
for
one? What, redemption or resurrection? So Miss
What I
Lanice has
do?
all three. She has moments of redemption, moments of resurrection, and she has voyeurism coming her way. So she got 3-pack, honey. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all these together in here for her.
What I do, friend? She said she was mad at me.
Oh, she said she was mad at you.
What I
honey.
do?
Cheryl said my book only got initials, not no signature. I'm kind of sad. Well, honestly, Candy's signature looks like initials.
Girl, it take me an hour to write it.
That's legit what it looks like.
It take me an hour to write it, girl. I'm an old lefty, so girl, it be,
Okay, let's see who's next on the lineup. We're gonna move on to Miss Denise B. Okay, Miss Denise B. Miss Denise has voyeurism and she has moments of redemption, honey. Okay, so she got them too.
She didn't get resurrection.
See, I don't know if she didn't get resurrection or if she had purchased resurrection before and then came back for the other ones. Some people was doing that too. They got one and it was like, oh, wait a minute. I need to come on back. Marion says, so how many books is it? Make sure I'm ordering the right things. So Miss Marion, there's 3 total.
But you got to tell her which one don't.
So this one, Miss Marion, is the first book that Candy wrote, Moments of Redemption. So this is about a little bit about her childhood, her college years, her first love, her being I hate saying it, like you've been in prison.
Girl, I went to
Her in
jail. Girl.
Okay, for
I
like
went to jail.
a couple of days. Us getting engaged, married, divorced. Some other characters were introduced. All of the things are in here, okay?
Don't minimize my time in handcuffs, girl.
Girl, we don't want to glorify it either.
I don't want to glorify it, but girl, I wasn't just there for lunch, girl.
Then Moments of Resurrection picks up where Moments of Redemption drops you off, okay? By the end of this book, we were done. We had separated for the second time. Moments of Resurrection picks you back up and then continues on until just slightly this year where we split for good, okay? So it talks about all this, what led us to our permanent split, talks about her father, the passing of her father, and a lot of things in here, okay? And then my book, Voyeurism, this has nothing to do with us, okay? This is a book of short stories. It's adult in nature. You can take a look and see what it says, okay? It's a collection of short stories. It's a erotica book, okay? So I'm just being honest. Mine is nonfiction, has nothing to do with us, okay? That's what this book is. So when you see people buying all 3, they're getting our business because they want to know everything about us and what's going on. And in this one, they just need some entertainment to take their mind off of what they just read and needs to. Okay? Yes. What did you gonna say?
Y'all know, I periodically will come out of hiding and do a little business coaching on the side. If Sean really wanted to gather old nasty coin, she could do a bundle with this book and a rabbit. I mean, not a rabbit,
A rose.
a rose.
Oh, that's a good idea.
See, if Sean was a paying client,
Oh my God, that's a
if
good idea.
if Sean was a paying client, she
Why
could
you
do
didn't tell me that before now?
she could do this book with a rose and a blindfold,
Oh my
And
gosh.
and she could do her own bundle if she was a paying client. You see how I just did that together? You see what I'm saying? If she was a paying client, because you're not a paying client. You understand how these ideas just come. They flow like water.
They do. Carol said, "Hey, lovely ladies, I read both books in 3 days. Terrific read."
Thank you
Next.
very
She said,
much.
Next, keep them coming.
Somebody told me the other day. Somebody said y'all are living what's gonna be in book 3.
Oh, they think so. They think it's gonna be enough for book 3.
A few people done said right now, it's some things that I feel like is cooking.
Oh, they feel like it's something else.
They feel like it's some stuff cooking.
Girl.
That's gonna
I
be.
feel like if there's a book 3, I won't be in that one. I won't be in that one. So this is Miss Daphne K. Miss Daphne had to come back because I feel like Daphne came and got Moments of Redemption and Resurrection and slid on back over to get my book. So Miss Daphne just has my book coming her way. Okay.
Y'all gonna have to pardon me. I still got the sniffles. Pardon me. Pardon me with the sniffles.
Let me see what else the best friend saying. They said best friend said. ATC said, I know this has nothing to do with the book signing, but I wanted to say, Candy, thank you for walking by with the clutch bag. I cannot wait to receive it. You have the best taste ever. Talking about that Michelle O clutch bag that you was walking by with.
Yes, thank you.
Rashida said, oh, I missed that book. Well, honey, it's on the website. All the books are on the website. So if you purchase one and not the other, or part of it, or you want to go back and get the other ones, then you can go ahead and do that. Okay. Lisa said, yes, my book is in there somewhere.
Yes, come on, Lisa.
Let me see. So we moving on to Miss Shauna S. Miss Shauna S has Moments of Redemption and Moments of Resurrection coming her way.
Yes.
So Miss Shauna has Moments of Redemption, and she wants all of our business. She wants the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay, she wants everything.
So if you had to have a crystal ball,
You missing bookmarks, girl. Can I have a bookmark? I'm
No,
putting
I'm
it in the
not.
middle of the book.
Sometimes you gotta. Oh, you so OCD. You told me I could do it my way.
Okay,
That's
do it your
my
way.
way.
Do it
That's
your way.
my way, monkey.
Do it your way.
I would literally just put it in the middle of the book.
Sandra said, "Is there an iBook in the making?" Okay, so Sandra, I'm old. Does
What's
that
an
mean
iBook?
does that mean an ebook? What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
What's the iBook?
Connie said, "Y'all keep on going. Y'all gonna be a Tubi movie."
What's a Tubi movie?
You know, like one of them.
YouTube?
No,
I'm
Tubi is
old.
kind of like Peacock or Netflix or Hulu is one of them platforms.
Oh, one of them little low budget movies.
Little low budget movies, yeah.
Who gonna play me?
So Gloria, the bundle is 2 books. So the bundle is both of the Moments book. I call it the Moments bundle. So it's both of Candy's books. This is the bundle, and then you just add mine on separately because mine is not related, so we can't really, bundle those together. But the bundle comes with both of these. And honey, this is enough, okay? Because this is gonna have your head swimming, and then once you're done reading these, and you can just breathe and relax off for this one. Okay, that's what you do. Foxy Brown said, y'all have business together and y'all co-parents, so you will be in the book, Sean. I mean, but that's boring. You ain't gotta add none of that in there. If Candy writes a book 3, girl, I'll edit it for her, but ain't no reason for me to be in there.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm asking the best friends, and then I'm asking Sean. I want everybody to chime in.
Mm-hmm.
This is the interactive part of the service.
Okay.
If you had a crystal ball and you could predict what's gonna happen next, put in the comments what do you think would happen in book 3. Tell the story.
Book 3 is going to be your life after. Book 3 is going to be you rebuilding, healing, meeting the love of your life, falling in love, getting remarried, and all of the things. That's why I said I wouldn't be in book 3. There's
Best
no
friend
reason for me to be in
said,
there.
she said it's the candy look for me. y'all think is gonna be in book 3? What do y'all think is gonna happen next?
What would have to happen possibly is Candy would have to write 3.0 and I could write 3.5 if y'all just want to know what I've been up to. Because it would be 2 separate paths. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be, so it wouldn't be wouldn't be commingling.
What do y'all think is gonna happen next? I'm curious.
Let me see. Sheila said book 3, here we come. Darlene said Candy and Sean getting back together. Girl, then you'll never get a book 3. Connie said I agree with Sean. Yeah, like there would be no reason for me to be in the book. Christina said you two will get back together even though you say you're done. Sheila said rebuilding and you guys back together. Y'all, girl, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna be waiting for that book from now until eternity.
So let me ask y'all this.
If that's what y'all waiting on, girl, then. But you know what? What I love about y'all have the faith and the belief of who somebody had a whole lot of faith and belief in the Bible. There's a bunch of them. Just pick one. That's what y'all got. Miss Vicky C. Miss Vicky C has the book bundle coming. She has Moments of Redemption and Moments of Resurrection coming. So shout out to Miss Vicky C. Barbara said it's gonna be about how we split, co-parent, and move on. I think that would be time. Job. There you go. Y'all got the faith and the belief of Job. That's what y'all got. Oh, I love that. Gloria said you both will be successful career women co-parenting. Adrian, you're not new. She said, okay, I think I'm lost is the book about what happened in your relationship. Yes, Moments of Redemption starts you off from the very beginning, from when we, got engaged, got married, talks about our divorce, how we tried to try it again, all that. Moments of Resurrection picks up where this one left off. By the end of this one, we were no longer together, okay? This one picks up where redemption left off, then talks about us getting back together again, what led to us finally breaking up for good this last time, why we broke up for good. Also has information or the story about Candy reconnecting with her dad, going through that phase with her father during his last days and his transition. Talks about her calling, all that.
Girl, Sean just breezed over the main part of the book. She gave you the vegetables on the plate, but baby, she missed the meat and potatoes.
Because I can't get the meat and potatoes on here because that's why they got to buy the book.
You can't, but there's a lot more inside of this book that can't be discussed on the internet. Yeah. That's all we can say. You see what I'm saying? If you really, so we can come online and we can say we're not together no more. We're not getting back together. But if you want to know the details about why two people will walk away from an almost 20-year relationship, it's inside of the pages of that book. Mm-hmm. That's the meat and potatoes. Okay. Right. What Sean just described, that's the vegetables on the plate.
There you go.
But what I just described that I'm being cryptic about, that's the meat and potatoes. Because baby, and again, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off. Everybody has experienced grief and all that, and how I really, really, really was broken up about the loss of my father and everything. The general public is not gonna be moved about that. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's just call a spade a spade. But it's the meat and potatoes that you would literally be coming for, as it relates to that book.
Like Candy said, how two people that's been together romantically for 17 years can be like, this is it. Deuces, let's move on with life. Okay? So that's that. So Miss Katina, Miss Katina A. I just packed up your order, my love. So your books are on their way. You got the bundle with Redemption and Resurrection. Miss Lisa P.
So I have a question for the best friends. This is for all of the best friends that say, y'all gonna get back together, y'all gonna get back together. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But besides the fact that that's not gonna happen, right? When you guys get the call from Sean and she's like, I went out on a couple of dates, I met somebody that I'm really interested in, whatever. Are y'all gonna be able to give this person a try? Are y'all gonna be able to be open and just be receptive and not compare them to me? Are y'all gonna be able to do the same thing for me? Like, are you guys gonna be able to let it go? I guess that's what I'm asking. Like, I know it's relatively new and you guys are used to the two of us, but there's gonna come a day, and it may not be soon, but there's gonna come a day where she's gonna push the button. And she's going to want to invite you into a part of her life that is very exciting for her. Are you guys going to be able to see that person and not compare them to me? See that person and not say, hey, I wish you and Candy would get back together. Because that's important for us, right? That's important for us. Again, this is just a hypothetical, but I'm saying in fairness to her and in fairness to that other person, it's already a lot to walk into. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. We talking about future conversations. I'm just asking. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious.
Dana said book 3 will be the next chapter of each of y'all. So I'm gonna let you guys answer that question, and then I have a follow-up question to what Dana just said. So after you guys answer Candy's question, then we're gonna get into what I have to ask about what Dana just said. ATF said, well, I'm praying that you both will become best friends again. Lisa said Candy will be preaching and Sean will be dancing. Girl, what type of dancing you talking about? I surely hope that you mean praise dancing. Let's see. Dana said book 3 will be Candy and Sean Sex in the City 2.0. So it's our dating.
Yes.
Let's see. Latronia said, I am mad at myself. This will be a good read. What'd she say? Where'd it go?
These are all signed.
Okay. You can just push them up there or whatever.
Put them up here.
Well, just so I can get to them. She said this will be a good read on my layover to LA. Vic said afterlife of how Candy doing with kids, careers, healing, etc. Sean will not be a part of it unless she wants to tell what she's doing in her life afterwards. Adrian said, wow, 17 years and y'all just walking away, something deep happened. It did. Very deep.
Baby, ocean deep.
Ocean deep.
Lake deep.
Marion said, I'm comparing.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, Marion.
Please, please,
If
please.
if you guys gonna do that, then I'm just gonna have to keep that part of my life a secret.
But then that's unfair for the person, possibly.
They may not want to be a part.
They may not. But if it's a person who, I mean, look.
Girl.
If it's a person that has seen any of our social media content, they will be like, okay, well, you know, you were very vocal and visual with Candy. Why not me?
Right. I like what Crystal said. She said, treat us like kids. If it's not serious, we don't need to meet. Crystal said, no new friends unless it's meaningful. So ain't no need to bring nobody else in front of this camera unless we talking serious. That's what her said.
Best friend on IG said, I think y'all will be good. Y'all will heal and be good friends. Can you read the rest? I can't see. It's a glare from my end.
She said, I might compare a tinge if I see them on live, but I would never say it in the comments. So you'll be thinking it, but not saying it.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Vic said, I would love to see y'all be friends. That's it, but y'all need that time apart. Cherie said, I would be able to without comparing.
Okay.
Terry said, yes, because I want both of you to be happy.
Okay.
Darlene said, yes, if she's serious about that person. Jewel said, yes. Connie said, oh, wow, will they do lives with y'all?
So here's, so I don't know that I would ever, focus. I'm done.
You're
I'm
right.
done. Yeah.
Just make sure you-
I don't know if I would ever, I just got a text message, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Look how red she turned.
I don't know if I would ever be able to build a social media platform with somebody else. I don't know if I would ever be able to do that, right? Because I don't know. It would always be that fear in the back of my mind of if it don't work out. I don't know, right? I would have to take, those are all the ones that are signed. I would literally have to take it case by case by case. Like if it was something that my partner wanted to do, then, you know, whatever. But I don't know. I've never dated anybody in the past that I know would ever want to be on camera. Like Nicole, you know, Krista, like none of them would have wanted to do. They don't do social media like that, you know.
Bobby said, where'd it go? Bobby said, hold on. Bobby said, I haven't read the book yet, but I can see you both writing 2 separate books. Dana said, I love you both and want true happiness for each of you. Renee said, yes, we have to let you all live life and we have to be the friends on the inside, but on the outside, really. Terry said, books ordered. You just ordered, Terry? Let me see. Oh no, so Terry must be talking about. Oh yeah, you did yesterday. Thank you so much, Terry.
Thank you very much, best friend. Thank you very much.
Let me go back to where I left off so I don't mess up none. Hold on one second, best friends, and I'm gonna come back to the comments. See, this is why we love for y'all to just kind of lead the conversation because y'all be having good conversation.
You guys point us in the direction that you want us to go in, if that makes sense.
Okay. Don said yes because more than getting what we want you to have what you want for yourselves and whatever and whomever God has planned. God said y'all don't have to worry about us comparing the new person. I'm worried about each of you and the kids. I appreciate that.
We definitely appreciate that. You sound like my granny. That's my granny's only concern.
Darlene said that's a hot text, Candy. Let's see. Auntie Fee said yes because I will always be Auntie Fee to both of you guys, no matter where and what and who that you guys are with. We love you so much. Let me see. Barbara said, how long have y'all been back together this time? So Miss Barbara, this time we got back together in 2020. So we lasted about 3 years this last go round. Almost 3 years this last time. No, yeah, almost 3 years, not quite, almost.
Did y'all look? I'm about to. If I wanted to do a clickbait video, I'd be like, comment below if you want us to tell you the story about our COVID baby. You know, the baby we had in COVID, and then it'd be about SJ.
Oh,
like
yeah. I was like,
because I was thinking about like we got back together during COVID,
right?
You see what I'm saying? And then we created SJ as our COVID baby, but that would be my clickbait title.
Samira said, I'm with Crystal. It's not serious. We don't want any parts. Now I'll be fair. If you're really feeling them, I'll support you.
I don't know. Y'all a tough crowd. Y'all a tough crowd. Y'all love us, but let me tell you about the best friends. Can I tell you about the best friends?
Hold on one second. Adrian said, how long were we married? We were married for we didn't quite make it to 6 years. We were married 5 years, about 5.5 years before we divorced. But together, off and on, for 17. More on than off. But if you plucked out the times where we were off, then it would shrink to 17, probably down to what, 14?
We were not separated for 3 years.
Yes, we were. In between each breakup, yeah.
No, it's probably about I don't know.
Kind of.
I don't want to speculate.
Toya said, finish the first book, now on to the second book.
Yes.
Ooh, Toya, you don't have to let us know what you think, girl. You have to let us know what you think.
You about to be on a emotional roller coaster. Yeah.
Just don't put no deets in the comment section for people that have not read it.
Not deets.
You know, you can't put the deets in there. All right. This next one that we are packing up, this is for Miss Jessie S. Miss Jessie S. She has the book bundle, so she's got Redemption and Resurrection coming her way. So let me go ahead and grab this.
Yes. What other questions do you guys have for us?
That was my next question. I was waiting for that question to be done. So Dana said that book 3 would basically be our lives separately. If we're no longer together, which that's going to be the case, if we're not together, would you want us to co-author a book 3? Because it technically would be like 2 books in one, because it would be Candy's life and my life. Or would you want 2 separate books to say, hey, this is Candy's moments. She probably would use moments again, because I like the trilogy. So moments of whatever. And then I would have to think of a title for mine. Like, what would you guys want?
My next book is entitled Moments of Restoration. You heard it here first.
I love it. Redemption, resurrection, restoration.
Heard it here first. If somebody steal it, this is my intellectual property. It is time and date stamped.
I love that.
It is time and date stamped. If somebody steals it, yes, girl.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Let me tell you why I believe book 3 would have to be a together book. I think book 3 can be a together book because it's us going our separate ways, and then it's your version of how you're responding to everything that's going on with me, and then it's my version of how I respond to everything that's going on with you, and then the co-parenting and all of that, right? So, for example, the example that you gave, we both live separate, we fall in love, we both get married, we both move on, but everybody know from the first two books that it's been a lead up to this point. Then kind of how we did both sides with the second one, you do both sides.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let's say
Same
let's
timeline, but just giving her two perspectives.
yeah, like let's say you're engaged, right? You engaged, you and the girl getting married. Well, what's going on in my life at that same time? You see what I'm saying? So my chapter will be whatever's going on in my life at that same time. And then y'all, you see what I'm saying?
That would be interesting.
So I think
Miss Tia W, I'm getting your order together, baby. You have all three books. You have both Moments and you have Voyeurism. So I'm getting you packed up. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. You have to just do timelines and say what each person was doing on each timeline. Vic said, Candy, do you think you moved too fast and did not have the proper time to heal? If I'm too personal, just say so.
move too fast doing what? I don't understand. Move too fast with the breakup or move too fast? I need more
Context.
give me more context. Give me more context.
Gloria said, so y'all know each other so well,
Excuse me.
display an honest business parenting relationship. However, it's kind of odd that you both are you trying to say want to be best friends or won't be best friends? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Gloria. Clarify that, because I want to make sure that we're responding to that correctly. Thank you, Felicia. Oh, Jorinda said book 3 should be How to Divorce Amicably.
Yes. Now that's good. That's a good
I've heard a few people say that we should write a book on how to separate amicably. Lovely me says they can try to take it, but they will never have the juice. Oh, we talking about the title? That's right. Okay, they can take the title, but then when people start reading the pages, they're gonna be like,
this ain't that.
this is dumb.
Yeah.
Let's see. They said, who said this? Somebody said yes, co-author. Who said that? Christina said yes, co-author. I love that. Vic said most definitely together. Adrian said it should be separate. Bobby said 2 books in 1. Shaquanda said I like being in y'all business, so keep on writing those books. Thank you for being honest. I appreciate your honesty, honey. It ain't nothing wrong with no honesty. Darlene said put them together because y'all are something else. Good or bad?
Right. Like, y'all a hot mess.
Toya said, I promise not to tell all I can say is the first book had me on the edge of my bed. Oh girl, wait till you read book 2.
Baby.
Let's see. Gloria said, Sean, what would be your Facebook page name? So I really don't have, I have a personal page, but I don't do anything on it. Like if you went over to my personal page, it would just literally just be me sharing Sincerity Johnson stuff, because that's where I go live and do stuff. So Sincerity Johnson, our other business page, that's where I'm usually at. Adrian said, I think my wife would love to read y'all books. Adrian, do you have the books? If so, tell her to read them. Tell her to read them. Don said, ma'am, we still ain't got house shoes and headscarves, and here you... And here you come talking about book 3. I cannot.
Yes, come on, house shoes in here. House shoes. It was hairnets, wasn't it? Hairnets.
Sweetness.
I need to find that restaurant.
Sweetness said, I agree, Candy. We are so invested in the outcomes and successes of your journeys.
Oh, thank you, baby. When I say we love y'all for real. We tell y'all everything. Let me tell you how uncomfortable.
I'm gonna let you read it. So here we go.
What happened?
Read it. It's always somebody.
No, read it to me.
This must be old girlfriend.
You read it to me.
So, do I say the name or no?
Yeah, she
So
put it.
So Miss Rosalind said,
Girl,
here we go. Come on,
I got
Rosalind.
time tonight.
Buckle up, Buttercup. You in for a ride. Rosalind said, y'all talking like this is normal. It's not pleasing to God for 2 women to marry.
Go to her page. Let's see what ain't pleasing. We'll see what ain't pleasing to God.
Child.
Pull up her page.
I can't, because then it's gonna take me all over the creation. Child.
Click on the thing. It's worth it to me. It's
Is it
worth
on?
it to me.
with the dead roses on the page, girl. Okay, let's see.
Click on that.
It's always these, girl.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
It's-
You're in for a
It's
ride.
always these.
Buckle up,
Is
Buttercup.
Miss Roslyn here? Would she like to join us and have a conversation?
We're
Since
doing
she
a
wants
live.
to have the conversation here. Let me hold on.
We're a very welcoming community.
We are. So come on, hold on. Let me see if I can find her. I had to unpin this comment. This so good. So let me see if I can
I
find her.
love bringing people on the live.
Let's see if Miss Roslyn want to come on and say what she got to say, girl.
Miss Roslyn,
Ain't no
come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know your
That's what I'm saying. Let's just have a
name.
conversation. Because
Huh?
ain't no sense of us. Let's see.
Come and talk to me. I really want to
Oh,
meet
did she
you,
leave, girl? Because I can't even find her in the lineup.
Know your name. Come on, Miss Roslyn.
Oh, child, she must have left, girl. Because I don't even see her in the lineup, honey. Girl, why people just say something and run out the room?
Because they scared. They scared.
Oh, child.
They scared.
You all right, girl.
Well,
we have 5 minutes to shine, girl.
should
All
I
right.
should I get her or no?
No, we're just gonna let her go.
We're gonna let her go.
Just let her go, honey.
Okay. Sean saved you on tonight, niece. Sean saved you. Sean gave you a life jacket.
This one said, "Oh, stop." Vic said it was the card game for me. Shot. Oh,
What card game?
The card game in here.
Vic,
Yeah, y'all don't understand.
Vic.
Y'all didn't read Moment of Redemption.
what was the card? I'm trying to remember.
Remember, it was the diamonds game. You flip the cards over, and whoever gets a diamond, you gotta answer the questions truthfully from everybody else in the circle. And if you choose not to answer, you gotta take a little drink of your beverage. Remember, that's what we was playing.
What question led?
There was no question. I don't know if you was just watching the environment or something got down into your psyche, because then you messaged me and was like,
I initiated that.
yes. You was like, I want blah blah blah. And then we was like, okay.
I just remember. I don't know what happened.
Vic said, Candy, you know. Let's see. Danny said, I just asked the Lord to curve my tongue because, baby, I was about.
Man, Dana, so this is why, see, y'all be trying to put me in pulpits and things, and y'all be trying to get me to preach. And this is the thing about me preaching. I don't want to disappoint the people. You see what I'm saying? We got too many examples of people out here and they bogus. And I don't want to be one of them people who bogus. So as long as I'm out here sitting in the audience with everybody else, then I can excuse my behavior. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I can ask God for forgiveness, on my own time. I can have my own relationship. But it's the responsibility of ministry that I run from that thing. I'm not interested.
You're not ready.
Because when somebody comes for me, what Granny say, you come for my cat, I'm looking for your dog.
Uh-oh.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I am. That's how I'm white. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I have not evolved and become this new being in Christ and all of the things yet, girl. And I may never get there. And that's gotta just be okay with the best friend.
Right.
Because
Miss
Miss
Cheryl A, you just packed up your order, baby. You got your bundle coming, so you got Moments of Redemption and Resurrection coming your way.
best friend said, did y'all block Party City Wig? Because Rosalind sound like her. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
It's either her or it's one of her choir members. Huh?
Tell me why. Tamia went over there to Party City Wig page and she said, why she put something on her page talking about some I'm unbullyable or something.
Oh, girl. So now you in your feelings. You'll be all right.
I'm unbullyable or something that the lady said, girl. I was like, what?
They said she on here. Oh, she back. Girl, what's she? Girl, Rosalind, come on, girl. Here. Come so you can say everything that you got to say.
Let God use you.
Okay, let him use you. Okay.
Let him use you.
Hold on. Here we go.
She said she back.
Here we go.
Let him use you.
Come on, baby. Because you seem like you got a whole lot to say. All right, there we go. Come on, boo. Come on, baby.
And I'm not even going.
Just turn your phone sideways when you hit the accept button. Turn your phone sideways, so that way you can come on here and we can have a conversation. Okay, come on. It says adding, so maybe make sure you turn your phone sideways. Follow the directions that the phone tell you to do. Okay. All right, Miss Cassandra S., you got your bundle coming, baby. You're gonna get both books. You're gonna have Redemption and Resurrection.
Because in all thy getting, let's get some understanding on tonight.
Yeah, let's have the conversation.
In all thy getting, let's get some understanding on tonight. Let's get some understanding on tonight.
It just say adding. Maybe Rosin don't know how to swivel her phone. Let's see. The next best friend, this is Miss Michelle BH. We getting your orders together, baby. You have the bundle coming, so you got both books coming your way. So she has Redemption and Resurrection coming.
She didn't answer. She declined. She declined.
Okay. Well, then that means she ain't got nothing else to say then.
So this is the thing. This is the thing, and I think instead of me going in and just, cracking jokes and making people laugh and making it a whole video that's going to be shared by many, I'm choosing to take a different path because this is the second time in a very short amount of time that we've gotten this response. Miss Rosalind, and to everybody who thinks like Miss Rosalind, I need you to know and understand a very important point. The internet is filled with a lot of people who share your similar belief. The internet is also filled with a lot of people who don't share your same belief. The internet is a reflection of the world that you live in. And the world that you live in is bigger than just the four walls inside of your church congregation. One thing I will never do is disrespect or insult what you think, what you believe, and how you choose to live your life. Because how you choose to live your life is what's right for you. But here's what you have to know and understand about the world. Because see, I don't even have to ask you what you do for a living. But I know for a fact if you work a 9 to 5, you're not going to carry that same energy and spew that same energy at your place of employment. Why? Because you be in human resources either getting written up or you will be getting escorted out the door.
Absolutely.
We're very inclusive and we're very diverse friendly when it comes to our check. But then when we get on the other side of the door, then we decide we want to, all that hate that we really feeling and all this other stuff about people, we want to get on the internet and we want to spew that. Here's why I have an issue with what you have to say. You're doing that while sitting at my dining room table. I'm not sitting at your dining room table. With all due respect, Buttercup, you're watching me and I'm not watching you. You're asking for an invitation in my home. I didn't know you existed 5 minutes ago. Let's be abundantly clear, sis. I didn't know about you. You knew about me. How you found me, I don't know. That's between you and your Jesus. I don't know if I popped up in your timeline. I don't know if I said something that you connected with, but for whatever reason, our paths crossed. So because our paths crossed, there had to be something of value that I said that you resonated with or you connected with. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? So with all that being said, the internet is filled with all kind of people. People who you can follow and people who you don't have to follow. When we were going through elections, there was Donald Trump content everywhere. There was all kind of stuff that I didn't particularly agree with. You know what I did when I seen that stuff that I didn't agree with? I kept scrolling. I kept scrolling. I'm not going back and forth in the comments with people. I don't give energy where it don't benefit me. You arguing with somebody trying to get somebody to change their mind who's not going to change their mind. I'm not going to change my mind. One thing you cannot argue with is that I hear from God. I might be gay. I might sleep with women. I might do all of the things and you might have an issue with that. But one thing you cannot dispute is when I ask God for something, he give me double what I asked for.
Yes, sir.
I asked God for a child, he put 2 in my belly. You understand what I'm saying? I know what I asked for, and I know what I get. And I know every time I ask, he responds. So if you have a problem with that, if that make you feel a way, that I'm still in relationship with somebody of the same gender and it makes you uncomfortable, that's a you problem, sis. That's not a me problem. But you here because you asked to be here. I didn't ask for a seat in your living room. You're looking for one in mine. And don't you forget it. So buckle up, Buttercup. Over here, you're in for a motherfucking ride.
And the God that I serve don't hate anybody, don't turn his back on anybody.
I cuss and
loves everybody.
This is why I couldn't be no preacher and no pastor, because when it get really down in me, it's a mixture of the Holy Ghost and it's a mixture of me just wanting to go off on somebody.
And what I know, for everybody that has read this book, I know God loves me regardless whether I sleep with women or anything else that I sleep with.
Yeah.
If you read this book, you know exactly why I'm saying that. The God that I serve and the God that I look up to and the God that leads and orders my steps loves me unconditionally regardless of what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah. And let me be honest with you. You know, you're looking at somebody, if you guys read book 1, certain aspects, and this is to Miss Rosalind and people who think like that. There was a point in my life where I was trying to get my degree, my bachelor's degree, when I was in college. And I found myself in a relationship that was very, very toxic and very, very damaging with a woman. And I found myself homeless as a result of that relationship. And I could have easily reached out to my family, and I could have easily gotten back on track, and I could have easily gotten everything that I needed to be outside of that situation. But it was the fact that the people that I love the most and the people who raised me had such an issue with my lifestyle and me being a lesbian that I didn't feel comfortable. In that season of my life, I didn't even feel comfortable reaching out to my family. So I went through things that the average person would have probably broken from. You see what I'm saying? So if I dealt with that with people who raised me, do you really think I'm gonna give a whole lot of energy to somebody I don't know and they never met on the internet as a result of me being gay? If I had to come to grips with who I was as it relates to my mom, my grandmother, and my aunt, and I had to deal with the hurt and all of that it caused them in that season, do you really think, sis, I'm finna give a whole lot of energy to somebody on the internet that I ain't never met? I don't even know you. But most importantly, you don't know me. You don't know me.
You wrong again, sis. Well, she just said something else and she wrong again, girl.
What's she saying?
Girl, you is wrong again. She said, I think the problem is this page is not for me. She said, I think this page is not for me. The truth is the truth. It's for women that like women. Best friends, can you put a 1 in the comments?
No. Say straight or gay.
Yep, say straight or gay. So we can go ahead and
Are you straight? Everybody in the comments who's watching this live and who's gonna watch it as a replay, I need the word straight or gay. Are you straight or are you gay? Because I want to prove something to sis. Because again, that's a you problem.
It is. And
that's a you problem.
I don't go places that's not for me.
That's a you problem. Not only are you here, you stayed. You see what I'm saying?
Look at all the straights going at the timeline.
Look at all the straights, girl. Girl, these people over here got husbands. They husbands be watching. Half of the time when their husbands want to watch the game, they be like, is Kenny and Sean on?
I ain't seen a gay yet.
I'm telling you. Girl, half of the people husbands be like, girl, the football game coming on. You finna watch Kenny and Sean? Because then I can sit over here and watch the game in peace.
Right.
And girl, people husbands be like, I'll see you. I'm gonna shower and get in the bed later. You know, I'll see you tonight.
I didn't see one gay in all these comments. One.
Whew. Girl, that's what I'm saying. That's a you problem. That's a you problem. But what you really need to do, sis, and this is not even a dig. This is not even a dig. You're gonna have to look in the mirror and do some soul searching to figure out why you're here still and why you have an issue with being here. There's something that's drawing you in. Because the average person would have said what they said and would have been out the door.
Or just wouldn't have said anything and would have just left.
That's my point. You see what I'm saying? But the fact that you're still here, you got to unpack that. You have to unpack that. You have to unpack that. We believe in doing the work over here. You got to unpack that. You got to figure out, and I don't know if it's because you got a gay child, you're trying to understand, somebody connect. I don't really know, and I'm not trying to, again, this is not a dig. There's something going on with you as to why you're here and you can't let it go. You see what I'm saying? If you're saying that this page is not for you, then it's not for you. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta figure out why you here and got a problem with it. Girl, that was my stomach growling. That was my funnel cake girl selling. I didn't poop.
I know you
That was my funnel cake settling down.
Girl, your stomach even had something to say.
Yeah, she did. And she did.
All right, we done with Rosalind, y'all. Anybody got any other questions for us? Because we have proven several points already in that short period of time, so we can move on. Let's see.
And y'all want me to preach. Girl, good night, girl. I'll be in the pulpit with nunchucks. Girl, this is stupid. And see, this is why, girl, when you go to church, it don't be nobody there. Girl, it don't be nobody there. It don't be nobody there. You know, what y'all want me to do? Marry somebody and ruin his life? You see what I'm saying? And then, because y'all prefer, the world prefer a lie over the truth.
Facts.
Y'all want a lie. You in love with a lie. That's the same person who rather me and Sean stay together because it look good and the world is used to it. Why? Why? If it don't work, why?
For what?
For what? For who? You have to come to grips with accepting whatever the truth is. And I don't know who I'm talking to. Whatever the truth is, however ugly it is, however uncomfortable it is, ask God to show you the truth in everything and everybody. Mm-hmm. And watch stuff around you start shifting and moving. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Ask God to show you the truth. People's true intention, their true heart, everything true. And watch how stuff starts shifting. Mm-hmm. Relationships, friendships, everything. You're going to be like, oh, I didn't see that.
Right.
Oh my God.
We had a little bit of trouble too. So that's weird because our internet flickered a little bit on my computer and then it reconnected itself. So I don't know. Maybe it's the internet period. But no, it's fine now. Barbara said I need Candy as a business coach in the near future.
What kind of business, sis? Ask me some questions now. Cause I may be able to bless you right here and then bless some other people in the same, you know, at the same time. But if it's a general question, ask me, you know, if it's something that I can pour into you. And I love entrepreneurship. I want to see everybody win. I want to see.
That's weird. So it must be a complete internet thing. Hopefully, ain't nobody trying to attack the U.S. government.
Hey, this is my page now.
Oh.
You doing the most.
You can't
no, girl. Oh. What you doing? You doing all that on that la-di-da page you got.
Not like that. She said, did Candy say sitting in the pulpit with nunchucks? She did.
Girl, and would be, girl. I'll be sitting over there with a firearm on my belt and nunchucks. Girl.
Chanel, we don't have a bottom screen. Try to go out and come back in. So Barbara said, does every business need to be an LLC?
No. LLC doesn't make sense for some people. One of the things, and this may be unpopular opinion, one of the things that I think people should do is do what I call proof of concept first, and then, you know, get all of the legal structure, you know, by month 2, 3, or, you know, whenever, shortly thereafter, get all of that built out. What do I mean by that? So Sean and I started Sincerity Johnson at our kitchen table in the other room. It wasn't until month 2.5, almost 3, when I did the LLC paperwork for our business. We wanted to prove to ourselves, nobody else, that number 1, it was a good business, and number 2, that it was gonna work. Mm-hmm. So we got some traction, some momentum, etc. It was one of those things where we started it with very little money. We started it with a few $100s, and we just grew from there and grew from there and grew from there. So oftentimes with most entrepreneurs, and everybody's situation is different, and it depends on the business, the kind of business that you have, right? It may or may not make sense to start as a corporation or as a C Corp or S Corp or a sole proprietor or whatever, or LLC. It may or may not make sense. It depends. Now, if you have a big infrastructure, you know, then of course it does. But if it's like, you know, a startup and you start and you like for us, you're shipping stuff from home in the beginning and you're growing from there, then you may want to apply that money towards really getting going. And then by month 2 or 3, then get the structure and everything. Because girl, when we started, we didn't have no website. We didn't have no payment processor for Sincerity Johnson. We didn't know nothing about Shopify. Girl, we was taking orders in the comments and in the inbox and on Cash App.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, we then took that, and then by, you know, that next couple of weeks, we got a business bank account, and we, you know, did the LLC stuff, you know, a couple of months later and all that stuff. So we did all of the stuff later, but it wasn't something that we did right away. It wasn't something that we did right away. So, you know, oftentimes with young entrepreneurs, and when I say young, I don't necessarily mean in age, but I mean in experience. A lot of times what young entrepreneurs will make the mistake of doing is they do the busy work first before they do the revenue, what I call revenue generating activities. The revenue generating activities are those things that are directly going to drive money into your business to keep the engine going. You know, responding to email may just be busy work, girl. You know, you trying to organize your desk, girl, that ain't driving no revenue. You know, depending on what the business is, girl, you need to be on the phone making phone calls, or you need to be online building your community. You know, whatever it is that's going to generate the revenue, that's where your focus should be. Then once you got some revenue coming in, that's your proof of concept, and then that's when you start building out your infrastructure and you start working your to-do list. And the more things you cross off, the more things you add, and you look up and you have a fully built out business. So I hope that answers your question.
She had a follow-up question. She said, what about a business plan?
So a business plan, you know, a lot of times when you're trying to get funding and stuff, they'll require a business plan. I've done business plans in depth. I'm talking about 20, 30 pages when I had my State Farm offices. But of course, corporate required that. But as it relates to the businesses that Sean and I have started on our own, I try to do the business plans. They don't work. You build all of that stuff out and then you never go back and look at it, or you start to deviate from it, etc. Right? The best thing to do is to do like a short little one-page thing. Here's what I want to do. Here's how I'm gonna do it. You know, etc. Right? So think about what you want to do. I want to generate $1 million. Let's say $1 million, you know, in the first year, right? Well, how much do you need to do per month? How much per week? How much per day? How many customers? On average, how much does your customer spend? So if I said I wanted to do, well, Sean got my phone. If I said I wanted to do, let's say $1,000 a day, right? Let's say $1,000 a day. I want to do $1,000 a day. Let's say I want to do $1,000 a day, best friend, and I want to sell book bundles. I want to sell book bundles to get $1,000. How much is the book bundles? 50?
With or without shipping?
With shipping.
With shipping, 50.
Okay. So doing quick math.
Oh, you doing longhand math? Look at you.
So doing quick math, I have to sell 20 book bundles. If my goal is $1,000 a day, let's use easy numbers because I don't have a calculator. If my goal is I want to make $1,000 a day in my business, I have to sell 20 book bundles per day. 20 book bundles per day in order to get $1,000. Then I got to figure out, you have to what's called reverse engineer. Then you got to figure out, well, how many people do I have to talk to get X amount of people interested, to get X amount of people to check out through my website. And you just work backwards, right? So that doesn't necessarily require a business plan. You have to figure out very high level, what is it that you want to accomplish? And then you have to reverse engineer, how am I going to get there? And then you start making tweaks, right? So let's say the first day I only make $200. Well, what did I do to get the $200? Can I 5X whatever I did to get the $200? If it's me going live and I got the $200, well, can I go live more, right? If it's a situation where I'm making phone calls in my business, but you made 100 phone calls, is it possible to do more? So you have to look at, once you start moving and you have wins and you have losses or, you know, failures or opportunities, as we used to say in corporate America, then you start making tweaks and you start making adjustments. But one of the things that I teach is fail fast, right? Failure does not scare Sean and I tell Sean all the time, we have to fail and we have to fail fast. Because the faster we fail, the faster we can correct. One of the things that we're looking at right now inside of our business is we're running ads right now. The ads we're doing very well. Now the ads are starting to slow down. So we know in our minds, because we've done it before, there's a couple of different things that could be causing that. And so tonight we're going to be looking at those things that are causing that, and we're going to make the adjustments. You see what I'm saying? Fail fast and then make adjustments. Are we paused, girl?
Just on my computer, not in real life.
Okay.
See, there you go.
Y'all keep the questions coming. I like questions.
That's good. Now y'all see why when I be live on SJ, I say my business partner is the better half.
Sean and I had a conversation about SJ. I told Sean, best friends, what I'm going to start doing. Sean and I had a conversation about SJ and CSJ. One of the things that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is learning some of the things that Sean do for CSJ, learning the intricate details, because I want to free Sean's time up to be able to do more in SJ. So you guys are going to see more of me with CSJ over the next several weeks. You're going to see more of her with SJ. Sean, typically when you guys see the reels on the page, Sean is the person who edits the reels and stuff. So one of the first things I told Sean I want to learn how to do is I want to learn how to edit these reels. So y'all give me some grace, because girl, Sean make it look easy, but I want to start editing reels. As I start to learn how to edit the reels and I get better at editing the reels, you guys are going to see more reels from me. You're going to see more posts from me. You might see me live a little bit more, you know, all of the things. So
Barbara said, great information. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Fawn said, look for where there's opportunities.
Yeah. Yep.
What other questions do you guys have, best friends? Sorry I wasn't saying names. We literally packed up probably in the time that Candy was discussing that, probably about 20 orders already. So
sorry.
We've been moving. So as you guys saw me moving, and so but just know I'll be doing tracking information and printing labels tonight before I go to bed, because I have to get up early to go to Chicago for my granny tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get all that stuff done before I jump under the bed.
Yes, okay. yes. Does she have an appointment tomorrow? Thursday.
No. She did not.
Thursday.
She already called me. See you in the morning.
Best friend said, I need a whole class on editing reels. Exactly.
You know what? It's not as hard as it seems. It's really not.
Says your computer box.
Once you find the software or the app or whatever that you're comfortable with, it becomes super easy. Like I do reels now. Like I literally did 2 reels at Caleb's game, baseball game today, when I was sitting there waiting for him. So, excuse me. So, it's not difficult. It's just a matter of finding what software works for you and just learning that particular software, and that's it. Barbara said, "Will you be teaching business again?"
I'm not sure which direction God is pulling me in. I don't know. So I'm struggling because it's a combination between me doing what I'm destined to do and then me also listening to where my natural path has just kind of been leading me, right? When I polled the community that we have, most of the people that follow me are not entrepreneurs. So I was doing a lot of entrepreneurial content, and the people who follow on all platforms, excuse me, on average, they liked it. They thought it was cool, but they're not entrepreneurs. And so it's so interesting because out of everything that I've done, people say they love the business stuff, but what y'all really come for is like the relationship stuff,
Life stuff,
the life stuff,
practical stuff that you guys can apply to your life.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know, it's a combination between me and that's why I've just been kind of just documenting my journey and just kind of seeing, you know, where everything goes. And I'm not trying to be what's that boy named? Derek Jackson. You know, I'm not necessarily trying to do that, girl. I can't tell nobody how to get their relationship together in the end. That man's whole little situation was falling apart at the seams, busting at the seams at home. Because I'm not a relationship expert by any stretch of the imagination, but it's interesting because people people like when we talk, relationship stuff.
Lisa said, is it good to have a partnership that is 50-50 or 51-49?
So I teach 51-49. Here's why. Decisions have to be made. And somebody's got to have majority. Decisions have to be made, and there should always be a majority. Because there's got to be somebody who's going to tip things over for a final decision. If you waiting for both parties to sign off and it's a 50-50 agreement, I mean, if you guys are at a standstill, what happens? So.
Let's see. Diane said, have you considered an in-person book chat?
I have not. Have you?
I have not, just because the best friends are so spread out that I don't know how successful it would be if we tried to do something like that.
Yeah.
If we had a strong base, in Illinois or in Chicago area or something like that, potentially, because then it would, be enough. But how many people would honestly, and just don't say yes just because you like us, okay? Just be brutally honest. How many people would actually get hotel or drive? Get a plane ticket or drive, get hotel room, spend all this money just to come in and sit down and talk to us about these books.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. As much as you love the story, as much as you want to ask questions and stuff like that, would you really, if you got kids, find babysitters? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Rearrange your whole schedule just to come and talk about these books. So you have to also think of that realistically. So for us,
Barbara said, y'all life so fire.
Oh, thank you, Barbara.
Thank you so much. We're blessed. God keeps showing us favor. Undeserving favor. I'm sorry.
Renee said, do you know how close you and Sean are going to be when you move out, so that it is not hard to get to and from the kids when you need to? I had a friend that moved out of town, and the visits and the time spent became so far between. I know you won't let that happen at all. Yeah, we know I know exactly where I'm going, and I'm not going to be far. I'm not going to be far at all.
How far?
About an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about an hour. Maybe an hour and a half with bad traffic. About an hour. Barbara said, how about a business retreat? Maybe once a year. I'll come to in-person or Zoom.
Yes, I could totally do that.
Shaquanda said, I'm
mastermind.
Yeah, that would be good for you to do.
Baby, when I say I would leave it all on the floor, I love business.
That would be really good for you to do.
Love it.
Shaquanda said, I'm 45. And see, that would be really, really good for Candy to do, because she's the business person out of the two of us. She's the business savvy one. If I was to be in attendance, I probably would just be there in a support role, like if she needed something technology-wise or something like that, but that's not my judge. I know a little bit just because I've learned a lot from her, but not enough to be leading anything like that. So that would definitely be her lane and her space. Shaquanda said, I'm 45 minutes away from Chicago, so I'll come.
What town you in, best friend?
Tanisha said, I do need advice on starting my own business, trying to find a way to earn more money.
I love e-commerce. I just do.
Adrian said, are you both moving, or is one of you staying in the home? No, I'm moving. Candy and King K are staying in the home. I'm moving. She's in Waukegan. Oh, come on, Waukegan.
How far is it?
Like she said, about 45 minutes from Chicago. I think it's north of Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shaquanda. I think it's north as you're heading up towards Wisconsin.
Okay.
Lisa said, I will come for a business class and fellowship with like-minded people.
Yes.
Sabrina said, will there be another virtual for the people that purchased the book late that wants to talk about the latest book?
Ooh.
People keep asking that.
Ooh.
People keep asking that.
What you think? I don't know. Is there a need? I don't know.
So Sabrina, the reason why we hesitate is because we don't know if there's a need for one. I know several people have, or quite a few people have purchased the book either after the fact, after the virtual event, or purchased it before the virtual event and didn't buy the virtual event access, but now has read the book and is like,
they want to know.
I got questions.
They want to know.
Sharon, I see your question, and we've actually answered that one before, but we're definitely going to answer it again for you. So I don't know. I don't know if there would be. We don't know if there would be enough need or enough interest to have another virtual event
Mm-hmm.
because Chanel said just send the virtual event for a fee. So we decided against that because the reason why we decided against that is because it was so authentic and it was so personal between the people that were there. We don't want to then share that with everybody else. So the people that were there and what we shared and what we talked about was individual for that session. So it wouldn't be the same because maybe they don't ask the same question, or maybe you wouldn't have asked those questions, or maybe you have a different question that still wasn't answered. So then you get that replay and you're like, but my question still ain't answered. You know what I'm saying? So we decided against making that available to purchase afterwards.
Yeah, it was some stuff fell out the bag.
Yeah, it was some stuff that's, because if you think about it. When people have different events, even though it could be the same event, it's different. The experience is different. You know what I'm saying? Because the people are different. Just like when you go to a concert. 3 people can all have gone to the same concert, but their experiences are different.
Yeah.
So, let's see. So Sharon said, have you guys thought about being roommates? So we answered that question before. We have not thought about that because we can't be roommates being exes. That's 1. 2, we need space to heal. Space and time. We've got to have space and time to fully heal. And then what does that look like? So how can we fully live our lives after us if we're living together? How awkward would that be? Think about
What
it.
is Sean supposed to do? Come home with somebody and
I'm supposed to bring somebody to Candy House?
and I'm supposed to come home with somebody and we're supposed to do what?
And then our
together?
kids live here. How our kids would be like, what is happening? What is going on?
Who are these people?
No.
Who are these people and what are they doing?
It's not a good idea. Fawn said she purchased hers afterwards. Adrian said make it a cruise event.
Yeah. I can't swim. We gotta talk about this cruise, best friend.
Demetra said do a poll to see how many would attend. That would be a mess for the babies, Fawn. Think about it. We as parents, we have to think about more than just ourselves. And as mothers, how that would be a confusing mess to our children. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because I mean if we didn't have kids together, we would have just probably never talked again.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
Samira said you guys would be great motivational speakers on co-parenting after pain.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
I wonder how our future partners will get along.
They may not. Not like they won't get along with each other, they just may not interact. You know what I'm saying? Like, there may not be reason for that, really.
Yeah, at kid events. You're silly.
Chanel said, Sean, I can tell the progress you are making in the healing journey. Thank you. I feel very good. I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I definitely feel like I've made a lot of progress. I still have some progress to go, but I feel like I've come a long way. And Barbara said, we're not going under, we cruising.
I know, but best friend, Titanic is one of my favorite movies. And so I just don't want to be floating on the door. Don't judge. I just don't want to be floating on the door
You feel like
out,
you're floating on the door?
out in the middle of the Chattahoochee.
So before I pack this up, do you need this so that you can go to what's the name and see if they have them, or you just gonna order some using your Prime?
No, go to what's the name, just take a picture of it.
But you might want to double check the size and everything.
Well, just give me the thing. Give me the paper.
Oh, the outside paper?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
give
get
me
it
the
for you.
paper.
Miss Cobb said, I've been on 3 cruises. I can't swim either, girl. I just pay close attention to the life jacket and emergency drills.
Right, and then I'll be looking for the man who said there's 5,000 people on board this ship, the unsinkable ship. You know what I'm saying? And how he was like, but there's only
Room for however many he said.
right, girl. I'll be like, girl, what the other people gonna do? Because I'm finna just sit here in the middle of this big boat on this little boat.
Don said it's a cruise ship, Candy, not a rowboat.
Girl, I don't know. It could be a tugboat, cruise boat. I don't know, girl. It's more water than I can drink. That's all I know for certain, best friend.
Oh, well, we did carry these glasses on Sincerity Johnson, but we don't anymore. We sold out of these. But yes, these are Sincerity Johnson glasses. So Sharon said, not necessarily. Doesn't mean that you have to bring other people into the home. This will give the person that is moving out a chance to be prepared financially. That's the reason why I'm still here. So that's the reason why once we made the decision to separate, I didn't just pack up my stuff and leave. So it's been several months since that decision was made, and I'm still here because we have a plan in place. So we definitely have an exit strategy and an exit plan in place for that reason and others. So, but I appreciate your feedback, for real. I appreciate that. But yeah, we have definitely thought about that, and so that's the reason why I'm still here. For the time being. Ooh, Cindy says she can see TED Talks in your future.
Come on, I don't know who Ted is,
You don't know
but I
TED
heard
Talks
he
are?
talk. Huh?
You don't know what TED Talks are?
No, I know what a TED
Oh,
Talk
okay,
is,
okay,
but I'm
okay.
just being silly. I would love to. Now, here's the thing. I've done public speaking before, not at that level, but I've done public speaking before, and I get so nervous.
But you do so well. Every single time.
Sean and others think I do well at public speaking. I just get through it. But I'm always so nervous. But yeah, I would.
Every single time. And
I
every
want-
single time you second guess yourself.
I want to do speaking engagements, best friends. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to get into the industry. That makes sense.
Oh, Barbara said, I'm gonna cry when you leave the house. Lisa said, Candy, did you read business books before starting your business?
I've always read, business books and listened to a lot of podcasts. That's just something that I've always done. I do. I'm in the middle of a business book now that is just outstanding. I'm usually always, so for me, because I'm always on the go, it's hard for me to sit and read an actual book. So I do a lot of books via Audible. So if I'm not on a phone call and I'm in the car or the truck, I'm constantly listening to a book on Audible. And so I usually can get through about a book a week. The book that I'm reading right now is so good, I'm actually going through it a second time. So yeah. But if anybody know, side note, if anybody know how to get into the whole speaking engagement industry, let me know.
Let me know too, because I'm interested for a different reason.
I feel like my cold is on the way.
Good.
You know,
Because you've been struggling for several days.
I know I have been on the struggle bus one.
Hold on, best friends. I'm not ignoring your comments, but my internet did a funky thing again, so I'm just trying to get it pulled back up. Here we go. Vic said you're a natural, Candy. You can do it.
Oh, thank you.
Fawn said, Candy, you'd be a great public speaker.
Thank you.
Donna said technology, entertainment, and design originally is what TED stood for. Barbara said, what podcast do you listen to on a regular?
So I listen to a couple of podcasts. I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk. I listen to, he's also known as Gary V. I listen to Social Proof. I listen to, that's what Donnie Wiggins and David Shands. I listen to, and we were actually on one of their podcasts. I listen to Earn Your Leisure. I listen to Wall Street Trapper. I listen to, there's a gentleman named, because this is the book that I'm reading now. He just had a book that recently released. His name is David Hormozi. David Hormozi. He just released a new book, and it's already New York bestseller. So I listen to his podcast. He releases a lot of content on YouTube.
Don't you listen to the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, his podcast?
I used to a lot. I used to listen to a lot of what's his name? Oh God,
Something Saki.
Robert Kiyosaki.
There you go.
I used to listen to a lot of Robert Kiyosaki stuff, but I haven't in a little bit of time. So I listen to a lot of stuff, financial stuff, a lot of stuff related to entrepreneurship and business. But I've been honing down specifically lately on stuff related to e-commerce. E-commerce is one of them. That's just a fancy term for online businesses. So I've been listening to a lot of e-commerce stuff, and I've been listening to a lot of stuff related to growing your audience, growing your community. So the Hamosi, what did I say his name was?
Gary?
No, that's Gary V. The one whose book, Alan. No,
I'm sorry, let me not mess you up.
Google it. What's his name? Type in Hamosi. Do me a favor. Type in $100 million leads. If you type in $100 million leads, his name is gonna come up. Cause that's the book that I'm reading right now. $100 million leads, and he walks you through how to create a community, how to build and keep building. He literally has built his business over $100 million.
Girl, the internet is cutting up food today.
The internet is, girl. It is cutting up. But anyway, if you Google him, he has a lot of content on YouTube, and he will draw you in.
Here
And
we
so
go.
he's got 2 books.
Hormozy?
Yeah, Alex
Alex
Hermosi. But he looks really, really scruffy and all that. But his story is really, really good, and I just love his whole mindset as it relates to just pouring into entrepreneurs. Thank you, Dawn. Alex Hermosi. Yeah, I absolutely love him. So yeah. So those are the people that I listen to the most right now in this season. Yep.
Vic said, how is the job search going for you, Sean? Girl, searching. Still. Still searching. Fawn said, that's great, Candy. You read a wide variety of books.
I do, girl. I really do. I read the Bible. I read the Quran. I read a lot of stuff. I learn because I believe that information comes from different sources. I believe that God will speak to you in different ways. And I think sometimes we get so caught up in the way that we grew up in our own little ecosystem or bubble that we start to think, kind of like best friend that was on the video earlier, we start to think that other people's way of life is wrong. And unless you're doing harm to yourself or somebody else, then the way that you think, the way that you live, it's not wrong. It's just different, right? And so, especially inside of our community, we as Black people, we have this whole mindset. I could say it because I grew up in the Black church, but we have this whole mindset that if you don't jump up and you're not speaking in tongues and you're not clapping and you don't know all the songs, and when the pastor start his sentence, if you can't finish it, you ain't saved. But what is that really, right? And outside those 4 walls of that small little church and that couple hundred people, this shit don't matter for nobody else. You see what I'm saying? Like in the real world, you see what I'm saying? And so it's one of those situations where a lot of times we have church brain, or we have this small town mindset, and we start to only be able to think in small compartments. But some of the most valuable lessons I got from people who didn't believe what I believe, and who didn't look like me, and who didn't grow up with the level of struggle and sacrifice and some of the things that we endured, and so sometimes that's where your best lesson comes from. And sometimes those are the people who pour in to you the most. And so I'm telling you that even Alex Hermosi, I don't know if I'll ever meet that man, but I owe him a lot of money. A lot of money. Because a lot of the things that I was pushing for in both businesses, I got the idea from him. So you just have to be open. You have to be open. So
Barbara said, are your books going to be Audible? Being legally blind, that helps me. Miss Barbara, we actually tried to do it with Moments of Redemption years ago when Candy wrote that book. It did not go over very well. I literally sat in a closet and recorded the whole thing chapter by chapter, and submitted it to Audible for it to be an Audible version of the book, and they said that it was not done correctly, which I was like, what? I don't understand. And so I gave up because I got frustrated, basically. So I don't know if they will be on Audible. If we did go down that route, we would probably get somebody who knows how to do it and has done it before, so we know that it's done right. But yes, as of right now, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right. She said, just imagine if everyone was the same. How boring would that be? We are all different in many ways, and we all should never judge or be judged. As I stated before, we are all God's children. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah. What else you got?
That's it. That's it. There was a best friend that said, I have a question about Zeta or Mika.
Oh, Zeta Mikai, but there was another best friend in the comments that I believe is Mikai, and so she said for her to inbox her, and she would answer her questions for her.
Come on, network.
Come on, network. So I didn't
Come
even have to
on,
get into it.
network.
Because honestly, I'll be honest with you, best friend, and she's probably not even on here anymore. By me not being financially active, I wouldn't want to give you any incorrect information or what have you as far as the Amikai go. And it's different by, your location and things like that. So the best thing to do is to talk to an Amikai, which one of the best friends already offered herself to you to do that. And then you'll have to look locally so that you can make sure that you get the information that you need. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I thank God for using us in ways where we could still get the word out, and we could still do. It might be a little small part, but I hope God is pleased, and I hope our sorors are pleased, and we can do whatever we can, because no matter how high we go, wherever we are, at the end of the day, you guys know I joke and I play a lot, but we still Zetas.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We still Zetas, and the light of Zeta will always shine in our hearts and on our lips. And so I may not have done the best, but I'll take the word everywhere I go.
We hope our sisters do not feel like we have brought reproach upon them. Okay.
Because baby, he's yet working with me. He's yet working with me. So, but yeah, I just I'm grateful. I'm
Yes,
grateful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's it. Well, I know Sean's got a busy night. I got a busy night too. We're gonna keep this party going as it relates to us moving books, book bundles, etc. I love you guys. You guys are gonna start getting tracking numbers. I'm super excited about that. I know you guys have been waiting for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for all of your patience. Thank you for your support of this family, these businesses, this brand, and just the direction that God is pushing us forward. We just two imperfect people just trying to figure it out.
Yep.
And we appreciate, the space and the opportunity that you guys have given us, the support and all. And so I hope you have an amazing night.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take us out?
Oh, yes. And shout out to Miss Olivia W. and Florinda D., who have gone on since we've been live and ordered their book bundles. So shout out to you ladies. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very, very much. We love and appreciate you.
But as Candy always says, honey, the absolute best is yet to come. But baby, we still got work to do.
We got work to do.
Good night,
Have a
best
good night.
friends.
Love you.